Okay, we are going to go ahead and start on our backs. So nice and slow, with meticulous love and care, we are going to lower ourselves onto our backs. Take your time here. In today's practice, I invite you to avoid any kind of rushing. Simply be in the postures as we move forward. Take your time. And also, take special care to notice how you move today. We'll go ahead and straighten our legs out. Place your hands on your belly. Maybe go ahead and close your eyes or soften your gaze. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Long breath out. Deep breath in, feel your hands expand. Long breath out. Notice the belly contract a bit. And I invite you, as we practice today, to pay particular attention to the breath. Notice the expansion as you breathe in and the contraction as you exhale. And notice this next breath, inhale in. Audible breath out. Awesome. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your feet flat on the mat. Find the small of your back flushing in towards the mat here. And then give your knees a hug. Bring one end to the chest and the other. And bring them in for a nice hug. Beginning to open in those hips. Maybe sway from side to side. Taking a moment to let go of today so far, the to-do lists. They'll still be there later on. But for now, let's focus on being present with our bodies. Breathe deep here. Awesome. Now, take your knees and gently rotate them one direction, massaging the sciatica. I like to take my inhales as I bring my knee in towards the chest, and exhale as you bring them away. It gives a little extra stretch to the hips that way. Take your time, nice, slow, and controlled. Take a particular notice of your body. Activate those toes. All right, go ahead and switch directions if you have not already. Massaging the kidneys. Awesome. Give yourself a hug. And from here, go ahead and we'll begin by keeping your right knee hugged in and extending out the left leg. Keep it nice and straight and hover above the mat. Maybe you can rotate each ankle one way and another from here. Take a breath in. Maybe focus your right knee in towards the heart center. As you exhale, see if you can't bring that knee towards your right shoulder, opening up the hip crease a little bit. Inhale, knee to center. Exhale, knee towards the shoulder on the right. Continue using your breath to guide you as you make those gentle motions. Inhale, center. Exhale towards right shoulder. Awesome. You inhale in On your next exhale, go ahead and drop that left foot gently to the floor and continue your stretch. Opening the hips with loving kindness. If you feel any kind of discomfort or pain, ease off. We are in no rush to nail any sort of asana today. Simply be with your body. Be honest with yourself. You're at home in a safe space. Allow yourself to be supported. All right, take one more breath in, give your knee a squeeze. And from here, I would like you to kick your ankle up towards the sky, your right ankle, keeping your left foot on the ground. Now I'll give you a couple of options. You can take your hand and wrap to the sole of the foot from the left side, or you could, if you feel comfortable, take it to the right and kick up towards the sky. But if you do not reach your foot, you could either A, take your big toe and wrap your peace fingers around it, or take your right hand around to the shin, wherever you are, and focus on kicking your heel up towards the sky, opening here with the hamstrings. Breathing deep, allowing yourself to gently open up here. Keeping mindful that your shoulder on the right is grounded. If your shoulder's pulling off the mat, try to anchor it down. You can keep your left hand on your left thigh or on your left hip flexor or even on your tummy. Keep breathing and keep your toes nice and active. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got this. Thank you for being here for yourself today, finding some stretch time for yourself. One or two more breaths here. Also, I'll mention that if this is a little too much for you, go ahead and bend that left knee to give yourself a little space. Keeping that left foot flat on the floor. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left knee. And if your left knee was bent, go ahead and straighten it out. So from here, you make a figure four with you're making a figure four with your right leg here. So go ahead and firmly press your fingertips and palms into the mat. Kind of claw in your fingertips. Breathe in. And as you exhale, lift your legs up towards the sky. Inhale in. And exhale, lower. Nice and slow. Inhale in. Exhale, press into your palms, lift the legs. And exhale. Now, follow your breath. Inhale to lower. Toes nice and active. Exhale to lift. Let's do two more. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. Awesome. Go ahead and bend that left knee, and we're going to thread the needle. So take your right hand in through the hole here and grasp underneath your left thigh. Give yourself a pull. Keeping your toes nice and active, maybe even incorporating a little swaying action for a continuous sciatica stretch and massage. This is great for lengthening the tailbone, being mindful of this. And it's really good for stretching the glutes on the right side. And don't worry, we'll even this out. breathing here. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Awesome. Go ahead and drop that left leg here. Unravel. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So back to giving your knees a hug here. Nice and active toes, and maybe take this opportunity to rotate your ankles one way. Hey, Bentley. Rotate it the other way. Hi, buddy. Bentley, everybody. He's the real yogi in the house. Okay, so give yourself a hug. Inhale. Exhale, extend the right leg out this time, keeping a hover. Inhale, bring your left knee in towards heart center. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. Inhale, knee to center. Exhale to shoulder. Again, inhale, knee to center, being mindful of where you are. Don't avoid any pinching or strain. And on your next exhale, go ahead and gently lower that right leg. Continuing that gentle compression of the left leg. Bless you. God bless you. I think Bentley's got some allergies. It is that time of year. Seems allergies have peaked for me this summer as well. Do you have allergies going on right now? Let me know below. Awesome. From here, we're going to go ahead and take our hand and wrap around the heels here, or the sole of the foot. Again, if that's too much, go ahead and take your hand around your shin. And if that straightened leg, if that's too intense, go ahead and bend that knee. But for me, I'm going to take my hand and go ahead and grab the sole of the foot and kick up towards the sky, keeping toes nice and active. If your leg is straightened, place your hand on your hip flexor or on your tummy. Follow the breath. Whenever your mind may start to stray, bring yourself back to your breath. Notice how you feel. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and bend that left leg, bend that right knee as well, and cross that leg, that ankle over the right knee. Straighten that right leg, place your palms down, and we are going to lift our heels up. So press into your mat, inhale in, exhale, lift. Inhale to lower, keeping toes nice and active. Exhale to lift. Now the goal for this, and continue using your breath to lower and lift. The goal is to go slower with practice, but follow where you are today. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, press into the mat, you got this, and exhale to lift. Awesome. Bend that right knee, place your right foot onto the mat, and go ahead and thread the needle. Your left hand goes in the hole here, and the right comes around and meets around your thigh, and give yourself a pull. Maybe for extra, you could go ahead and wrap your hands around the shin bone here for a little extra stretch, keeping your toes active. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel that stretch in the left glute. Maybe close your eyes a little bit here. Take a couple breaths of your own. Maybe wiggle those toes a little bit. And then lower that right leg. Okay, my friends, from here, go ahead and scoot your bums to the left. Extend your arms out to either side. Scoop your knees in just slightly so you can have your back flush to the mat. And lower gently down to your right. For supine twist. Keeping both shoulders grounded, take a look over to your left hand and beyond. If you want a little extra support here, place your right palm onto your left leg. Breathe deep. 3 deep breaths here. So we inhale in through the belly. Long breath out. Try that Ujjayi breath. It's like making an audible breath out, but with your mouth closed. So we inhale in through the nose. Ujjayi breath out. Inhale in. Long breath out. Awesome. Plant your palms and scoop your tailbone up and rotate. Place your feet down, scoot your bums to the right, and we'll do it on the other side. Scoot your tailbone up, and then lower your knees nice and gently to the left. Paying attention to the right hand this time for your twist. Finding support by placing your left hand onto the right knee. Breathe deep, 3 deep breaths. Awesome. So go ahead and lower that left palm if you haven't already. Find your way back to center. And we are going to meet in a seated position. So lay over to your favorite side. Roll over. Gently and slowly, we're going to use our hands to press our torso up. And we will meet in a nice, comfortable seat. All right, my friends, from seated, I want you to try to we're going to go start from the left side. So go ahead and place your left hand down and go ahead and if you're comfortable, see if you can't get your left elbow all the way down. Now, if your hand is right here, that's fine. And if you don't feel comfortable with your left elbow reaching all the way down to the mat, that's awesome too. We're all in a different place in our practice, so I encourage you to do what feels comfortable and correct for you. So the main thing here is to make sure your heart space remains open and that you're not relaxing your head down, keeping an integrity in the spine from crown to tailbone. So nice and gently lower your left elbow down. If it doesn't reach, that's perfectly fine. Keeping your right glute glued to the mat. Breathe here. And out. Keeping awareness of the spine. So from here, we're going to take our left hand and reach behind our right ear and beyond and stretch beyond our ears right here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale in. And as we exhale, we're going to sweep our hands nice and slow in front of us, like we're clearing off a table. Inhale, pull that thumbs back, pinky forward, nice stretch, opening the heart, breathe in. Right bum glued to the mat. And exhale, swipe it forward. This time, reach one more time. Pull, inhale, we pull our thumb back, opening our heart space, revolving our heart open, maybe looking up. Breathe in and swoop that hand forward. And it continues forward, and we allow our torso to go forward. So our torso is bowing forward, and we use our hands to walk ourselves back up to seated, and we're going to repeat on the right side this time. So we're going to go ahead and place our right palm down. Maybe your right elbow reaches, and you will notice that this side is different than the other side. You may not go as far as you did with the left side, and that's okay. We all have different places that we are at with our yoga practice. My right elbow doesn't quite meet the mat. It wants to, but it's not quite there. And again, it's not about nailing that asana, it's more about finding the sensations that you experience here. So keeping your heart space open, your spine connection, tail to crown here, tailbone to crown. Breathe deep, keeping your left bum glued down. And go ahead and take your right hand this time, reach beyond, behind the ears, your left ear here, and reach, reach, reach. Inhale in, long breath out. Inhale, pull that thumb back, pinky forward, and exhale, swipe that table nice and slowly forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, sweep that hand forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, sweep forward. Inhale, pull back. Revolve that heart space open. Look up maybe if you're comfortable with it. And then we're going to cartwheel, exhale all the way down, and we are back to center. Awesome. So from here, we're going to meet in all fours. Note, take particular love in making this transition here today. Make sure your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips, fingers perfectly spread out. Maybe making sure the elbow creases are facing forward. And we're going to go do some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, open the heart space, look forward. Exhale, drop the head, raise the navel up to meet the spine. Inhale, we drop the belly, look forward, tailbone rises, opening the heart. Exhale, rounding it through, arching the back to reach towards the sky. I'm going to do 3 more, so follow your breath as we do this. Inhale. Maybe bump your hips to the left and right a little bit. Maybe look from side to side. Exhale. And a gentle reminder, you don't have to follow the pace of my breath. Follow the pace of your own. For the breath is really what's supposed to guide you here. You guys are doing great. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round it through. Awesome work. Press into those knuckles here. curl those toes under. Now listen carefully. We're not going straight into downward dog. What I would invite you to do is to really take your time here and peel up. The way you do this is you bring your belly in toward your thighs. So your torso kind of sinks back, and then you lift your kneecaps and peel your tail up towards the sky, and your heart melts downward. Breathe. And then we pedal it out. One foot and the other. Do a couple of neck stretches here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, try to look at your belly button. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look at your belly button. One more time, look forward. Exhale, look at your belly button. Awesome. So we're going to start with the right side. So anchor down your left heel. And we're going to kick our right foot up. Exhale, bring that knee in towards the chest. Take a look forward. And then go ahead and plant that right foot in between the two palms here. Go ahead and lower that back knee and uncurl those back toes. From here, we're going to take a look forward. Inhale in. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. Go ahead from here and walk your right foot out just a hair and your toes splay out to make an angle. So they could be spilling off the mat here. And from this position, plant your left palm onto the mat. So you inhale from here and take your right hand and reach up towards the sky like you're pulling a bow and arrow for a twist. Now listen closely, and you can pause the video if you may need to grab your block here. So from this posture, go ahead and take your right elbow and see if you can't make it reach the mat. Have it rest on the mat here. We're going in for a lizard posture here. You can keep this here, maybe lower your left elbow as well. You can adjust as needed. Maybe walk your arms forward, or take your right knee back a hair. Your left knee back a hair, excuse me. Breathe deep. Now, if you grabbed a block, you could rest, or you can use two blocks. You can rest your elbows on here, or even you could just have your hands simply where they are. Just using your hands to support you. It does not have to have your elbow all the way down here. You should feel a stretch in the hips here on both hip joints. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Awesome. Go ahead and plant the right palm and lift yourself back up if you haven't already. And we're going to move our hips back so we can lift our behind leg up. So you kind of move your hips back and pop that you shouldn't pop really much of anything, but kind of pop your left foot back up behind you. Now you can simply do it like this, or keep your foot up. But if you're feeling comfortable, take your left arm forward, swim it back, and see if you can grab onto your foot. And this may be your posture. Try to open up the heart space, raise your fingertips. You can take your block to support your right hand here. If you're feeling comfortable, you can wrap your left hand on the inner sole of the foot, breathing deep. Now, if you don't feel comfortable here, you may want to try experimenting with having your back foot supported with the wall. Breathing deep, and dropping the hips ever slightly. Keeping that spinal connection the top of the head to the tip of the tail bone. Awesome. Go ahead and drop that back foot back. Great work. From here, we're going to take that right foot and plant the palm to take that right foot back, and we're going to go back up into plank. Lower all the way down to the floor. Elbows come in towards the torso. Inhale, look up for cobra. Opening the heart. Exhale to lower. Press up to all fours. Inhale. And we're going to meet once more in downward facing dog. Curl those toes under. Bring your belly in towards the thighs. Peel the hips up. One at a time, maybe. Take your time. And we'll do the other side this time. This time, drop the right heel, lift the left up high. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest. Take a look forward. And then place the left foot in between the palms. Go ahead and walk out that left foot so the toes are splayed out to the left. Plant the left palm here. Have those blocks ready if you need. And we're going to bow and arrow our left hand up towards the sky this time, keeping your left thigh pressing against your abdomen. Opening the heart space. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, take your left elbow and reach it towards the mat. If that is not comfortable for you, you can simply have it meet the block and rest it there, or you can have your hands be your support here. Take time to really settle in. You can keep the back knee raised or lowered. I'm going to lower my back knee and have the top of my foot pressing against the mat for a little extra stretch. You can simply just have your hands here flat on the ground, or you can have your fingers interlaced. Take several deep breaths here in lizard pose. Relax the face. Notice how you feel. If you feel tense here, is there areas where you can find softness? Take a big breath in to find expansion, and try to find softness as you exhale. Relax something. One or two more breaths here, my friends. On your next inhale, go ahead and press up. We're going to curl that back toe under, lift that back knee, press into your palms, and bring that left foot back this time. Strong and into our plank pose, and then exhale to lower our bodies all the way to the mat. So instead of cobra, I'm going to invite us for a wonderful heart opener, Sphinx pose. So instead of having our hands underneath our shoulders, we're going to put our elbows here underneath where the shoulders are. Simply from here, let your elbows be your support and open the heart space. Curling your fingertips down, kind of clawing your fingertips, and looking forward, having your chin slightly down towards your chest here. Keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed down, taking deep breaths in. We're going to do 3 breaths here. And then bring your hands back, and then we're going to go into all fours. So from here, we're going to bring the knees as wide as the mat, bring your toes to touch, walk your hips all the way back. Walk your hands forward. Take a big breath in. And melt your heart down as you exhale, extended child's pose. Take a breather here, you've earned it. Maybe a nice forehead massage. Nice swaying your head from side to side, nice and gently. Maybe if you want a little extra stretch, you can raise the palms by pressing into the fingertips, keeping your elbow creases shining up towards the sky. On your next inhale, look forward. Walk your hands to your left. And exhale, relax down. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Taking special attention to keep your hips grounded. Inhale, look forward. Take your hands on a walk to the right side this time. And then exhale, melt your heart downward. 2 or 3 breaths here. Feel stretch in the back body. Inhale, look forward. Walk your hands back to center. And then bring your hips up or press into your feet to lift your hips up and your torso reaches forward. And then we go back into all fours. So from here, we're going to inhale, kick up the right foot and just have it kicked up. Maybe give it a few bounces to work the glutes a bit and to stretch the right hamstring or stretch the right hip flexors. Inhale, lift as much as you can, and then exhale, bring that knee in towards the chest and plant that right knee. We're going in for a low lunge, so maybe you can have your toes curled under on the left side and go and walk your right foot forward and stretch that, lower the hips for a good stretch. Keep your heart space open. Keep your right knee above the right ankle. Couple breaths. And then exhale, walk your hips back and straighten the front leg for a runner's lunge, keeping your toes nice and active. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the head. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the head. Now, with your runner's lunge, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. You can have a micro bend in that knee to protect it, but the key thing is to keep your toes nice and active. And then walk on forward. Inhale to lift that back knee, press into your palms and bring that front foot back. Lower all the way down. You could chaturanga to up dog or lower to cobra. We'll meet back on all fours. Left side this time. So inhale in and exhale out, having a nice neutral spine, front body to meet the back body, clawing into those fingertips. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Have a 90-degree angle with that leg, giving some pulsing sensations, lifting it up to your foot to reach towards the sky. Having some glute work here, stretching the front hip flexors once more. Inhale, lift it up, and then exhale, bring that knee in towards the chest and through in between the palms. Curl those back toes under, walk your knee back a little bit, adjust as needed for our low lunge. Go ahead and inhale, look forward, drop the hips. If you want to, you can go ahead and lift your torso, but that's not required for today. We're keeping it nice and low. Front knee over front ankle. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take your time. When you're ready, you can walk your hips back. Have your left toes reaching towards your forehead here for our runner's lunge. Have your hips nice and squared. Inhale, look forward. Keep a micro bend in that front knee. Exhale, relax the head down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, relax the head down. Nice long deep breath in, look forward. And then exhale, roll through that front ankle, heel. Curl your back toes under, lift that back knee, inhale. And then bring that front foot back. Exhale to lower all the way down to lower flat onto the mat. Bring your hands in close to your body, your elbows in close. Press down into your foundation to lift up to cobra. Awesome work. We'll meet in all fours. From here, we're going to go into cow legs. So what I've learned, one of the best ways to do it is to, we inhale, lift our back knee, and then exhale, bring it through like we're about to go into a lunge, but we go ahead and wrap our right knee or leg around the left. So you can pause and watch this if needed, but you want your right knee to be right in front of where the left is. Have your toes splay out to either side or both sides of the mat, and gently walk your hips back to where you finally find seated position. Cow legs. And from here, you do not have to have your knees directly over the other. They can be off a little bit. Everyone's on their own yoga journey. I'll present you several variations of this pose so you can get the most of this practice. You can simply have your hands placed onto your feet, keeping the heart open. You can reach towards each elbow from behind you, do reverse prayer hands. You can do archer arms, or if you wanted to fold, you can walk your hands forward and relax your body down. This will be the posture I'm going to choose, so pick whatever works best for you. Breathe deep for a few moments. Now this pose, I want us to take a little extra time in because it helps with the glutes and the hamstrings, basically the entire legs. Breathe deep here to get the most out of these stretches. Relax the face. Notice any tension that you may be holding and find ease with each exhale. Two or three more breaths wherever you are. Use your hands to walk yourself up if you were folded forward. To get out of this posture, you use your heart to guide you, press you forward. If you have sensitive knees, maybe now would be good time to have your blanket to support you, or double up on your mat, or simply fold your mat over to get a little extra cushion here. Unravel by bringing your right knee in towards the chest and back to all fours position. take a cat-cow if you need to. Then we're going to go in for the other side. So inhale, bring the left knee up, or kick the left foot up. Bring that front knee, or bring that knee up front. Bring those toes out wide, and slowly and gently walk your hips back. Cow legs. Again, everyone's cow legs works a little different. Everyone's in a different place. So honor where you are in this posture. You can simply have your hands on your feet, have your hands grasp each elbow, arch your arms the other way, and you could use a strap for the arch your arms, of course. And you can even grab your block as you fold forward to rest your head, to give yourself a little extra support here. Just find your breath here. If you're folded forward, find the breath stretching the back skin of the body, the skin of the back body. Breathe deep, my friends. Relax and find softness with each exhale. Find expansion with each inhale. Two or three more breaths wherever you are. And when you're ready, inhale and walk your hands back up. And so instead of walking forward, we're going to lean our hips back and unravel. Take your feet to both sides of the mat. Bring your hands behind to support you, and windshield wiper the knees. Should feel really good in the glutes. Awesome work. Okay. So from here, we're going to kind of have our torso off in front of the mat. We're going to do some frog legs here, or a variation of such. You can start with your knees slightly wider than hip length. If you're comfortable here, have your toes pointed out to your right and left. You can peek at me if you need to. And from here, and you may use your block, simply lower your body down. Now, your legs can be wider depending on where you need them. And you may want to grab onto a blanket if this is not supportive enough for you on your knees. But you can have your hands placed flat on the mat or ground in front of you. Or you can have yourself on a block. We're not going to be here long. Just breathe through it. You got this. All right, press back up. And from here, we're going to have a seat. In a nice wide-legged position. Now, remember what I mentioned before, where you don't have to go into like a perfectly wide position or do something to nail the asana. Back off. It's easy to want to be perfect at what you do. But that's not what life is about. It's about experimenting and being present. That's what today is about. Finding the breath and finding nuances. So have your spine nice and long. I recommend to grab your block or book. Take a breath in and gently fold forward. Keep your toes nice and active here. Now, maybe eventually your elbows will meet the mat. Maybe you can do a full fold, and that's awesome. But maybe it's okay if your hands are just up here, or even back here, or even all the way back here. If that doesn't feel natural to you, that's okay. Take your time. So use your breath. Focus on the breath and gently lowering down. Big breath in. Exhale, find ease. Inhale. Exhale out. Notice any holding you may experience here. You can have a slight bend at the knees. Keep your thighs grounded. Eventually you'll get to a point to where your head and neck wants to feel nice and loose. Go ahead. Maybe find some organic swaying or movement. And use the block to support you here. Support your head. And use the breath as your guide to find ease in each moment. I remember whenever I first practiced yoga and we did this posture, I was nowhere near this where I am right now. And that's fine. Everyone's in a different place. Don't feel discouraged by not matching exactly where others are, because this is your journey. And you are encouraged simply to show up. Even if you sat in Shavasana this whole class, that's awesome. Because you took time for you to be on your mat, to be practicing yoga, to practice the breath. That's incredible. Be proud of you. I'm proud of you. A couple more deep breaths, my friends. You're doing amazing. One more deep breath in. And on your next exhale, begin to walk your torso back up. Awesome. Taking one knee and the other. And we're going to meet on our backs once more. Move nice and slowly. I like to hold on to my thighs and roll down. I'm going to do one more set of supine twists. and a happy baby, and we'll end in Shavasana. So open the arms out wide, or maybe do a Texas T. Lower those feet onto the mat. I'm going to, for extra stretch, cross my right leg over my left and gently let it fall to the side. Taking a look up my right side here. Breathing through the belly. Okay, unwind. We'll do the other side. You're going to cross the left leg over the right this time and spill your legs over to the right. Texas T arms, take a look to your left hand. Breathe deep. Breathe through the belly. And unravel nice and gently. Okay. Give yourself a hug one more time. Maybe bring your nose in towards the knees. Acts of self-love. Take your peace fingers and grab onto each toe. And we're going to kick one up, bring that down, kick the other one up, and take turns with kicking your feet up for happy baby. Maybe you can grab the soles of the feet, keeping your toes nice and active. Doing amazing, my friends. Stretching your legs and your body. A couple more moments. And I present you now the opportunity for yoga freestyle. So what that means is you can do whatever motions that you need to get what you need from this practice. You can do bridge pose, stretch your hips, and to get a little massage in the shoulders. You can do the yoga banana, where you go, it's like Shavasana, but you cross your leg over one side, lift your arms up, and you grab on to one wrist to make kind of like a banana. And you switch to the left side. Continue your happy baby. You could do a boat pose. And give yourself another big knee hug. Swaying side to side, whatever is needed for you, so you can find your rest in Shavasana. Or you could simply have your legs straightened. And when you're ready, find a place where you can enter stillness. Splaying out your feet, keeping your hands facing the sky, maybe even your shoulders shimmying underneath the heart space. Find some stillness here. All right, my friends. In Shavasana,
I invite you to have your eyes closed. Join me in a brief full body scan meditation, bringing your loving awareness across every muscle, bone, ligament, skin, beginning with your toes, your ankles and heels and sole of your foot to the top of the feet. Then bringing loving awareness without judgment up your shin and calves, knees, and then your thighs and hips. Now take notice in the full body from the waist down. Just notice without judgment. Notice any thoughts that come up and let them flow away. Now bring your attention from the waist, starting at the bottom of the spine, the tailbone, mentally walking up the spine, taking stock of how it feels, where your spine lays, what area touches the ground and what doesn't. Just notice. And from here, noticing the spine, how it branches out to your ribs, and how your ribs surround the so important organs that keep your body functioning and healthy. Think of your heart, your navel, and then spread your awareness up to the shoulders, going down each arm, your biceps, your elbows, your triceps, down to your wrists, hands, and fingers. And taking full stock with loving awareness everywhere your body exists, from the shoulders down to the toes. Take a breath and let it go. As you continue to breathe deep, I invite you to bring your awareness down to your neck and take notice in your face. If you feel any tension at all, find areas to soften. If your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth, simply release. Notice your jaw, your chin, your lips, your cheeks and nose. Bring your awareness now to your ears and temples, your brow. Find softness. Find ease. Continue breathing deep as you bring your awareness now to the top of the head, the crown, and then bring your full awareness all the way from the top of your head to your feet. We take one more breath together and bring our hands to our forehead in gratitude for taking stock for where we are, for taking time out of our day. You may say silently or aloud, Namaste. The light in me sees and honors and values the light in you. Thank you all for joining me in this very valuable practice, which I encourage you to practice regularly to witness the unfolding. I'm grateful to have learned yoga to be able to share this practice with you, as it's helped my life so much as I wish it will yours. Thank you for taking time for yourselves. You may sit up at your leisure or take as much time as you need in Shavasana. With that said, have a wonderful day.